Haunted Doll Chronicles. Today we're going to be talking about Mandy, Juliet, and Letta the doll. We're going to start with Mandy. Mandy the doll has a perplexing and haunting artifact that has intrigued paranormal enthusiasts and skeptics alike, originating from the Quizell, I'm trying here, guys, pronunciations are not my thing, museum in British Columbia, Canada. This doll has gained notoriety for its alleged supernatural activity and unsettling presence. Evidence and theories. Temperature fluctuations. Witnesses have reported drastic and unexplained temperature changes in the presence of Mandy the doll. Sudden drops in temperature, accompanied by feelings of unease, have been documented by individuals who have interacted with or observed the doll. This phenomenon suggests that a potential connection to paranormal forces occurs. EVP recordings. Electronic voice phenomena, or EVP recordings, captured during investigations near Mandy the doll have revealed faint whispers and voices that seemingly originate from nowhere. These recordings have sparked speculation about the presence of unseen entities or energies surrounding the doll. Physical movements. Mandy the doll is said to have been observed moving on its own accord. Witnesses claim to have seen the doll change positions or even shift its gaze despite no apparent external influence. These movements defy logical explanations and have contributed to the doll's reputation. A sense of foreboding. Many individuals who have encountered Mandy the doll have reported experiencing an overwhelming sense of foreboding, anxiety, and dread. Some claim to feel as though the doll's eyes follow them, adding to the eerie atmosphere that surrounds it. Thinking of eyes following me always reminds me of Scooby-Doo. I don't know about you guys, but let me know in the comments if you feel the same way. Theories and debates. Paranormal entity. Believers in the paranormal suggest that Mandy the doll might be a vessel, as usual with dolls. They attribute the reported temperature fluctuations, EVP recordings, and physical movements to the influence of unseen activity. Psychological, of course. Skeptics propose that the eerie experiences associated with Mandy the doll could be a result of psychological protection. The doll's unsettling appearance and reputation may prompt individuals to perceive normal sensations as paranormal events. Environmental factors. Some theories suggest that environmental conditions such as drafts or changes in air pressure could be responsible for the reported temperature fluctuations and physical movements. These factors might create an illusion of paranormal activity, which could be true. I mean, if you guys ever have seen those like double doors that are not automatic, they just are like regular doors, the pull-in ones. I mean, that's a temperature fluctuation and an air pressure thing. So when you open one door, another one swings open or closed. Mandy the doll remains an enigmatic and unsettling case that blurs the lines between the supernatural and the psychological. Whether regarded as a conduit for otherworldly forces or as a result of suggestion and environmental influences, the doll's story continues to fascinate and intrigue those who seek to unravel the mysteries that lie beyond our understanding. Also, trash pickup is here. I'm sorry if you can hear it in the background. Let's see. Eyewitness testimonies regarding Mandy the doll. Museum visitor. A museum visitor recalled feeling an unexplainable chill and a sense of unease as they approached Mandy the doll's display. They described the doll's gaze as unsettling and claimed that its eyes appeared to be following them. The visitor experienced a sudden drop in temperature and felt compelled to leave the area, attributing their discomfort to the doll's presence. Curator experience. The curator of the museum where Mandy the doll is housed shared a peculiar encounter. On multiple occasions, they found the doll's position changed overnight despite being securely displayed. The curator also reported hearing faint whispers and footsteps, near the doll's exhibit area, contributing to the belief that Mandy's haunting may extend beyond visual experiences. Paranormal investigator. A paranormal investigator who conducted research on Mandy the doll recounted, Jesus Christ, I can't read, capturing EVP recordings during an investigation. They claimed to hear whispers and faint voices that seemed to be responding to questions posed to the doll. This experience left the investigator convinced that Mandy may indeed be a conduit for supernatural communication. Local resident. A local resident shared a personal account of encountering Mandy the doll during a museum visit. They claimed to have felt an intense wave of negative energy as they approached the doll. The resident experienced a sudden onset case of anxiety and described Mandy's eyes as having an unsettling, lifelike quality that sent shivers down their spine. Those who have experienced eerie sensations, unexplained temperature fluctuations, and paranormal phenomena in Mandy's presence are firm believers in the doll's supernatural attributes. The consistency of reported encounters combined with the doll's unsettling appearance fuels their conviction. Skepticism exists, of course, among those who attribute the reported experiences to psychological factors, environmental influences, or mere coincidence. They view the doll's hauntings as a product of suggestion and the power of belief, asserting that the mind can amplify sensations and create illusions. Mandy the doll's haunting testimonies are subject of fascination and debate. While some influences, wow, I really am having a hard time reading this, jeez guys, sorry. While some individuals consider her a vessel for otherworldly energies, others regard her as a manifestation of human perception and interpretation. The doll's mysterious reputation continues to captivate the imagination of both believers and skeptics, embodying the enduring allure of the unexplained. Next, we'll be talking about Joliet the doll. Joliet the doll is a captivating figure that has garnered attention in the realm of paranormal investigators. With its origins shrouded in mystery, this doll has become the subject of fascination and debate among believers and skeptics alike. Unexplained movements. Witnesses and paranormal investigators have reported witnessing Joliet the doll move on its own accord. Some claim that they've seen the doll change positions, rotate, or even appear in different locations despite being left untouched. These unexplained movements have left many puzzled and intrigued. EVP recordings captured during investigations involving Joliet the doll have revealed faint voices and whispers that seem to respond to questions or prompts. These recordings have led to speculation about the presence of unseen entities or energies surrounding the doll. Individuals who have interacted with Joliet the doll have reported experiencing strong emotional responses. Some claim to feel a sense of sadness, anxiety, or unease when the doll's presence, suggesting a potential link between the doll and human emotions. Witnesses have described feeling physical sensations such as temperature drops, tingling sensations, and even mild discomfort when near Joliet the doll. These sensations are often reported in conjunction with the doll's movements or apparent interactions. Spiritual attachment. Believers in the paranormal propose that the doll could be a vessel. Again, they usually are, or they're usually speculated to be one. They attribute the doll's movements, EVP recordings, and emotional effects to the presence of a supernatural entity seeking communication. The reported phenomena could also be a result of psychological projection, which is usually the case for any kind of paranormal thing. Skeptics want to usually talk about the psychology behind the paranormal, which is fine. Everybody can have their own opinion, but it doesn't always have to be psychological. Let's see. Environmental factors. Some theories suggest that environment environmental conditions such as air currents, changes in humidity, could be responsible for the doll's movements, which is another thing that usually happens, is like air or humidity or like water on a surface of something. Like if you have a cup that moves and there's water on the table, that could do it. Or like what is that? Condensation on like a cup or like a bowl or something that can move it. Let's see. Juliet the doll remains a mysterious and thought-provoking enigma that straddles the realm of the supernatural and the psychological. Whether viewed as a conduit for otherworldly forces or as a manifestation of human perceptions and beliefs, the doll story continues to intrigue and challenge our understanding of the unknown. Let's do some witness testimonies. Paranormal investigator. A seasoned paranormal investigator recounted a chilling encounter with Juliet the doll. During an investigation, the investigator claimed to have witnessed the doll's head turn on its own, as if responding to questions. They also captured EVP recordings containing whispered responses that appeared to correspond with their queries or their questions, leaving them convinced of the doll's supernatural influence. A museum visitor shared their unsettling experience with Juliet the doll. While observing the doll, they reported feeling a sudden and unexplained drop in temperature accompanied by an eerie sensation of being watched. They claimed that their emotional state shifted from curiosity to anxiety, prompting them to move away from the doll's display. A collector who acquired Juliet the doll describes a series of unexplainable events. They claimed that the doll seemed to change positions overnight, and on one occasion was found in a different room than where it had been placed. That sounds like an Annabelle thing, kind of, actually. The collector also reported hearing faint giggles and whispers that seemed to come from the vicinity of the doll. A medium who attempted to communicate with Juliet the doll shared their encounter. They claimed to have sensed a strong presence around the doll and experienced vivid visions of a young girl. The museum reported feeling a mix of emotions, including sadness and empathy, which they attributed to the potential spiritual connection. Belief in the doll varies widely. Those who have witnessed the doll's movements, experienced temperature fluctuations, or captured EVP recordings firmly believe in its supernatural attributes. Their first-hand accounts, coupled with the doll's eerie reputation, reinforce their conviction. On the other hand, those who attribute the reported phenomena to natural explanations, psychological projection, or coincidences argue that environmental factors, suggestion, and human tendency to perceive patterns might contribute to the perceived hauntings. In essence, Juliet the doll's haunting testimonies exist as a testament to the diverse ways in which individuals interpret and respond to mysterious occurrences. Whether embraced as a conduit for the paranormal or dismissed as a product of perception and environment, the doll's aura continues to captivate the imagination and fuel discussions about the boundaries between reality and the unexplained. And last but not least is Letta the doll. Letta the doll is a captivating and eerie figure that has gained attention in the realm of the supernatural and the unexplained, with its origins rooted in mysterious circumstances. The doll has become a subject of intrigue, sparking debates between believers and skeptics. Unsettling movement. Witnesses have reported witnessing Letta the doll moving on its own, often changing positions or facing different directions. Some accounts suggest that the doll's movements occur spontaneously and cannot be attributed to external factors, leaving observers perplexed. During paranormal investigations, individuals claimed to have captured EVP recordings in Letta's presence. These recordings allegedly contain whispers, faint voices, or even direct responses to questions posed to the doll. This phenomenon has led to speculation about the possibility of supernatural communication. Many people who have interacted with Letta the doll have reported experiencing intense emotional responses, some describing feelings of unease, sadness, or fear whenever the doll's in its presence. The emotional reaction contributes to the doll's reputation. Temperature fluctuations. Witnesses have reported sudden and unexplained drops in temperature when Letta the doll is nearby. This phenomenon often occurs without any apparent cause or external influence, adding to the perceived supernatural aura surrounding the doll. And temperature fluctuations, like I said before, are usually in any kind of paranormal event, because it's like a cold spot. If it's not like because of your AC or a window being open, then most people attribute it to, oh, there's a ghost. Alright. Theories and debates. Spiritual connection. Believers in the supernatural propose that Letta the doll is a conduit, of course. They attribute the movements, audio anomalies, and emotional effects of the presence of the supernatural entity attempting to communicate. Skeptics, of course, argue psychologically. And then environmental influences. Some theories suggest that environmental factors, such as changes in air pressure or draft, of course, can be responsible for the doll's movements. Letta remains a mysterious and captivating doll that blurs the lines between the supernatural and the psychological. The doll's story continues to intrigue and challenge our understanding of the unexplained. Let's see some eyewitness testimonies. Paranormal investigator. A paranormal investigator shared a spine-tingling encounter with Letta the doll. During an investigation, they reported witnessing the doll move from one side of the room to another without any apparent physical manipulation. Additionally, the investigator claimed to have captured EVP recordings that contained whispered responses, seemingly originating from the doll itself. These experiences left the investigator convinced of Letta's supernatural influence. A museum visitor recounted an eerie incident while observing Letta the doll on display. As they stared at the doll, they reported feeling a sudden drop in temperature and a chilling breeze, even though the surroundings were calm. The visitor described an overwhelming sense of unease that compelled them to step away from the doll, believing it to be the source of the unsettling sensations. A collector who acquired Letta the doll shared an unsettling experience. They claimed that on multiple occasions they found the doll's position changed overnight, despite being the only person with access to it. Additionally, the collector reported feeling a distinct heaviness in the room where the doll was kept, and noted that temperature seemed to fluctuate unexpectedly. A psychic medium described an intense encounter with Letta the doll. Upon holding the doll, the medium claimed to have a surge of emotions, including sadness and anxiety. They reported perceiving an energy surrounding the doll that they interpreted as an attempt at communication from a restless spirit. The medium's experience further solidifies their belief in Letta the doll's haunting. Belief in Letta the doll varies significantly among those who have encountered its presence. Individuals who have witnessed the doll's movements, experienced temperature fluctuations, or captured EVP recordings firmly believe in its supernatural attributes. The consistency of reported encounters, coupled with the doll's eerie reputation, reinforces their conviction. Controversially, skepticism exists among those who contribute everything to psychological responses and coincidences. They argue that environmental factors, heightened emotions, and suggestibility could contribute to the perception of paranormal activity. Letta the doll's haunting testimonies serve as a reminder of the diverse human experiences and interpretations. While some individuals embrace the doll's potential connection to the supernatural, others remain cautious of drawing conclusions based on perceptions that may be influenced by various factors. The ongoing debate surrounding Letta the doll's hauntings underscores the complexity of exploring the unexplained.